welcome back to the Panic Room, everyone, and to a tag video today. So guys, I was getting ready and I got a notification from my dear sweet Namiria that she had mentioned me in a video, and it just so happens to be the poetry newbie tag. And oh, if there was ever a tag that I should do. So Nim mentioned in her video that the original video that she found, it was very like geared towards the classics and whatnot. So let's butcher this shit, shall we? So you guys know, if you tune into my Panic Poetry series, how near and dear it is to me, and I love that Nim mentions some of the books that I read from in my Panic Poetry series. One in particular, which is Putrescent Poems. If you guys have never checked that book out, it is very out there and very extreme, and definitely not what was probably in mind when whoever was answering these questions about poetry. So let's get started. Okay, question number 1. Do you read and write poetry, or do you just read it? Mostly just read it. Yeah, I leave the writing up to my more talented friends, like Nam. Question number 2, who's your favorite poet? Way too many to name. I have met so many wonderful poets, you know, either via their books or what have you. The ones that jump to mind, besides Nim, are S.E. Martens, K. Schultz, M.P. Hunt. There are so many. There are so many. And they are just amazing at really capturing that, I don't know, messed up beauty that I like so much. All right, question number 3. What is one question you would ask your favorite poet? I do that on my live streams, which is really cool. Mostly, I just want to know where you get it from. Like, where's your inspiration? Why do you write about the stuff you write about? That's really what I want to know, mostly. All right, number 4, favorite poem. Don't have one. It largely depends on how I feel, what's happening that day. Yeah, so I don't really have a favorite poem. Number 5, what is your favorite poem to read aloud? So many. I have so many that I love to read aloud. I can't pick. I can't pick. There are so many. I love to try and get across to the people who watch my poetry videos how effective I find the words of the poems that I pick, and how beautiful they are. But I also, and I've gotten comments like this before, which just absolutely blow me away, I want you to be able to take the words that I'm saying and hear them in your own voice. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like that's the way poetry needs to be experienced. Number 6, who is on your Mount Rushmore of poetry? This is hard because I like a lot of poets. I'm gonna have to say Edgar Allan Poe. I feel like gets a given. You know, you can't have like a dark little heart and not like Edgar Allan Poe. S.E. Martens, I love her Skull Moss book. Love it. Let's see. K. Schultz, her style is so different than a lot of the other poems that I've read. I can't really put a finger on it for you, but she's different than a lot of other ones. I feel like I'm playing favorites. I don't want to play favorites. I love so many different poets. But yeah, those are the ones that jump to mind like right out of the gate. Number 7, what is your favorite poetry collection? Again, I can't play favorites. I will say I love Skull Moss by S.E. Martens. It just is everything my dark little heart likes in poetry. That being said, I have found some absolutely amazing poems in all of my poetry books, so it's really hard for me to nail that down. Number 8, rhyming. Talk about it. Yes, no, not anymore. If it fits. I mean, if it works in the poem, then for sure. Nim is a good example of that. Nim does a lot of rhyming in her poems, and it works beautifully. So yeah, if it fits. Number 9, barring free verse, what is your favorite poetic form? I want you to show me your emotion on the page. I want to see the pain. I want to see the blood, the gore, the crap you had to go through to get this particular piece. That's my answer for that. Number 10, humor in poetry. Yes or no? Yes. Does anyone remember this? Following Up, there was a series of these, and I loved this as a kid. Loved it, and I'm pretty sure there's some like humorous parts of this. I will also say that Nim kind of hit the nail on the head in her video when she was talking about some of my darker books, specifically Putrescent Poems, and how if you have like that I read a lot of horror shit, sense of humor, that you're gonna see some funny stuff in there, and I concur. And number 11, what elements do you think contribute to the best poetry? Rawness, if that's a word. Realness, I guess, would be better, but I want to see the rawness of who you are, of your soul, if you will, on the page. I think that makes a good poem. So guys, that is it. The poetry newbie tag. Thank you, Nim. I know you didn't really tag me, but I feel like you did. I kind of got you. And guys, I hope you enjoy this. You know, my tags are all open. If my dead poets, any of you want to do this, by all means, I would love to see it. And of course, if you like this, please hit like and subscribe. It would really help me out. And until next time, bye for now.